I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. I'm smiling because these cars make me do that. First off, muscle cars are fabulous. They make a sound, and you know, we're in the day of electric cars and what have you, and I love electric cars because I think they're super cool, especially the way they do things. You know, with motors making the power from 0 RPMs on up is really great. But when it comes to one of these cars here, I say it's a little bit like this. I would say getting a muscle car compared to like a Tesla is very much like having sex with no sound. And I'm not sure if you're interested in doing that or that's ever happened to you, but if it has happened to you, it probably didn't happen a second or a third time because you moved on. Here, we're able to give you all of the above, all of the things that make you smile, make you talk about it, and engage you and get that going. That's why these continue to go up in value each year, and the newer cars go down in value because they're not making these anymore. It costs a lot of money to restore them, and an AMX is one great muscle car, not to mention the 69 is another fabulous piece. This with a 4-speed in it too, all nice and correctly done up. It just looks great. So let's take a minute, we'll talk about the paint because the paint on this car is fabo. So come on up here. One of the things I do like to talk about is clear coating over the stripes. And the reason why that's important is because when you wash and wax your car, you're gonna be washing and waxing, whatever, and these will start to tear. By clear coating over here, it's a whole nother extra step to everything, right? But it's worth it, it costs a little more, and it gives you a much better finish. Look at the detail of the letters in this. This may be the nicest paint on an AMX that we've ever had here. Color matched bumpers in here, right? Front and rear spoilers. Magnum 500s, chrome Magnum 500s, okay? Got the side exit exhaust. This sticker doesn't belong on here and it just sticks on. So if you don't like it, we could take it off, but it's not correct, but I just thought it looked really good, so I didn't take it off. I just thought it looked great, right? We'll keep rolling around. A lot of people don't know, but AMXs are 2-seaters. Most people who are AMX authorities, obviously they know that, all right? And as we come around here, the stripes go all the way at top, all the way there. So we call that a full stripe set. Look at the taillight and bumper combination. This is one cool looking car from behind. All right, so part of the detail of a great restoration is how far do they go in places like the trunk and things like that. So we have the correct decals here. You say, well, what's a big deal about a decal? You're right, it's not just the decal or the emblem or the correct trunk mat or a real spare tire, space saver spare tire with the cover here. It's all of those things. You don't have to do all those things. All those things are a pain to do. But if you're doing a restoration that's a good restoration, you're going to do the detail stuff, and that's exactly what you're getting here. All right, so come on up here because not only is this a great car to go out to dinner with or something like that, right? But you could also take this to a car show. Taking it to a car show, you're going to want to open the hood and display this the right way. So there's some things that are not obvious to everybody, but this has power disc brakes. This has power steering. Those are things that a lot of muscle cars did not have back in the day, and it makes for a much better drive. This V8 here makes a great sound, and it's got great power, right? And it's a 4-barrel. It's detailed and painted the correct color, like no other engines are painted that color, right? It's got the washer bag in place, the correct emissions decals over there, battery topper here to make it look correct, right? The only thing that doesn't look super correct on the car is this coolant tank, and quite honestly, if you decide you want to buy it and you want us to paint this or put a different style on, we could. But other than that, this is a pretty nice engine compartment, new engine pad underneath there. Everything is detailed, it's painted, all of this. So if you looked at a GM or a Ford, this just would have been satin black because it was a lot cheaper. This car here is like over-restored. It is restored plus some, and it clearly shows, especially in the fact that we can see all the nice detail and hard work that's gone into it. All right, so come on in here because this is quite honestly, it's a little nicer than some other interior cars. It's not just flat vinyl seats. It's got some trim and things like that on the door panels and on the dash. I mean, this interior was given some time as a more expensive interior. This here is in the magazine, Muscle Machines, talking about how these cars here are appreciating in value, and they keep moving up and keep moving up. And the reason they keep moving up is because they built a little over 8,000 of these things, right? How many are left, right? How many were built like this? Probably very few. And you talk about the 4-speed. Throw that in there, it really cuts it down too. If you wanted, we could put the stock radio back in here and move that into the glove box, right? move this into the glove box so it looked all stock on the dash, because the dash here is the full rally dash setup, meaning it has the 8,000 RPM tach, separate water temperature, 140 mile an hour speedometer, which may not seem like a lot, but most of the other cars out there had 120 mile an hour speedometers, okay? And then over here, we have a factory clock. It's just nice. Like, for instance, like the little difference here is like their heating unit and fresh air unit's called Weather Eye. Just little touches. This is a two-seater, so you got a lot of room back here. I can't reach the handle there. Let's try that again. All right, let's take a peek in the back. All right, look at all that. It's got the stereo in here. Some people have installed seats if they had kids. They wanted to do that, but the allure of the AMX is it was originally a two-seater. It was America's only kind of two-seater muscle car that wasn't, or you could say in steel, because the Corvette was a two-seater, obviously. So anyway, I don't know. Everybody talks about everything. So anyway, my point is this: it's a rare car, it's a nicely restored car, and it drives beautifully. All right, so we'll close up this video on a collector quality 69 AMX, 4-speed Typhoon V8, power disc brakes, power steering, detailed engine compartment, right? Detailed trunk with the space saver tire in the back, carpeted all around. It's just, I could go on and on. The point is that if you wanted a car that's different than every other car that's out here, can you imagine pulling up to a car show in this car? You may not see another one for years and years and years, anything like this, let alone another AMX. Call us 301-816-1000. We'll find a way to get this AMX in your garage. This is kind of cool. You could always ride around with the magazine article right here, so it'd let you know what everybody else is getting to see, and look what they're getting to see. Looks pretty nice. All right, let me fire this thing up. Side pipes are wailing.